Well, here we are back again. Welcome back to the big board. Quick update. August, September, trying to give you a little insight into what's been played, what you can expect on the blog, and what's coming on the table as we roll those dice, right? Uh, so first up, had an interesting conversation with another blogger, Nate, and a vlogger. I guess he does video blogs, and he was saying, "Oh, yeah, man, you like your videos," and I said, "Yeah, I like yours." We're patting each other on the back and all sort of fun stuff. And then he goes, and I said, "Yeah, well, I just finished this article that I wrote for my blog." And he goes, "What? You have a blog?" So it reminded me that some people just watch the YouTube channel and are unaware that I have a place that you can go to read things that I will occasionally make the effort to type up more than 100 words and put those articles together, if you want to call them articles, or just general posts about gameplay experiences, narrative stuff. Sometimes it's just picture logs of gameplay with a little bit of comment, and sometimes it's a little bit more robust with a couple of thousand words on a particular game, or going through my little 10-point initial impressions document that I tend to use. So if you don't know about that, go check it out if you'd like. Otherwise, whatever, right? So it's bigboardgaming.com. You can find it yourself. So what have we played? The last month, a little bit of a slow month. We got Desert Fox Deluxe on the table, had some challenges with that. Generally speaking, underwhelmed. I think there's a good game there, but the acerbic and mean-spirited attitude to question asking and the rabid fanboy responses kind of just drove me away from the game, particularly given that I did a 29-minute raving about how excited I was to play the friggin' thing, only to have not only find errors in the game, but then also have erroneous experiences with the map maker and all the rest of it. So it was really wasn't kind of disappointing, it was really freaking disappointing. So moving that along, played October War, fantastic old game. ISBI magazine game, pick it up for $10 or $20 if it's unpunched, or whatever the case may be. Well worth having a look at from a historical perspective of game design and where how systems evolved way back when. I think it's a Mark Herman design too, Herman Dunnigan type of thing. And then and also interesting in terms of how it reflected modern combat based on what we knew then. So I quite enjoyed it. Artistically, it was done well, and all the rest of it was done really well too. So it's pretty cool. So there's that. I'm going to pause the camera because I haven't muted my phone, and it's going to start beeping at me. Okay, we're back. So what did I say? I think I was talking about October War. And I played Lock and Load Tactical's Heroes of North Africa. After reading a couple of books on the topic, I decided to break out that to sort of have a look at the tactical experiences that some of the formations that I was reading about had. And that also has been sort of driving, while I was going through all that exercise, I did play Tunisia 2 abortively on my magnet board, and then started a game with a friend here locally, playing face to face, which has been great. So we got 3 turns done, then had to do a reset because an accident happened, and then we're now back on to, I think, either turn 4 or 5 of the Kasserine campaign, which I'm really enjoying that. About to get my ass handed to me. I think the game might be over in the next 2 turns, but learning a lot from a guy who's played quite a bit of OCS, so that's really nice for a change to have that experience. Obviously still playing DAC 2, so doing that on Vassal, playing Ukraine 43 on Vassal. You'll be able to see turns 2 through 14 on the blog coming in September. You'll see Deadly Northern Lights, a little bit of a write-up and a little bit of a photographic presentation of that. What's going to happen in September? I've got an interesting period of time coming up. I was just in New Mexico, and my wife and I, we sort of manage this house that is owned by the daughters collectively. And so we bought a whole bunch of furniture for the place because it's time to sort of update things. And There are renters coming in on September the 18th, but I think between the 7th of September and the 17th of September, thereabouts, I'm going to be driving a trailer load of new furnishings up to the house in Angel Fire. So I'm going to be up there. It would take like a day to do the work to put the furniture together and stuff like that. So let's call it 2 days because, shit happens. And that will leave me 5, 6, or 7 days. Well, 5 days probably because it's a day up, day back to play games up in the mountains solo. So I'm going to take some stuff with me. So we'll have that to look forward to. And hopefully I'll be able to do some live streaming up there. Because it'll be nice and quiet. I'll be by myself, so that'll be fun. I've got Panzer Battle set up. I'm hoping as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to go start turn 1. I've got MBT set up in here, the Canadian module, so we're going to play a scenario from that. You've already seen a couple of posts in that regard. I've got Ranger squared away and organized. I've got all the charts read and the rules read, and we're going to play. Got a scenario squared away, a patrol that the guys have to do. Going to play that on and off, and I'll probably take that to the mountains with me as well because I think that'll be fun to work on. Played Marcus Aurelius recently. You'll see a write-up on that on the blog. Probably I might actually do a little video overview of that game as well because I don't think it's getting enough attention. I think it's a very, very good game. Sorry, jumping around a little bit here. And then the final thing I've got on the table in there as well is the TSWW Second World War thing from Diffraction. The last Operation Battle Axe. This guy. I've read the rules and I still have my issues and concerns with it, but we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. So that's what's mainly going on, has gone on in August. And will go on in September. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm thinking I might try and play a small scenario of Wellington's victory, as weird as that may be, up in the mountains. I might take the big box with me, and if I can fit it in the car, if there's any room, once we do all the trailer hitching and other crap that has to go up to the house. Let's see. I've got an OCS title coming in, the Hungarian Rhapsody. I haven't seen a lot of response from anybody in terms of how excited they would be to see or not see that played, so we'll just put that on the table when we get around to it. Not the most exciting of theaters for me, that I'm not particularly interested in that particular theater, but being a dumbass completist, I bought it anyway. TCS, I like to get either Panzer 41, GD41 on the table, or maybe borrow a copy of Arite from somebody, and we'll play that. I'm still toying with trying to do this L2 Stalingrad game. I'm not sure that I'm going to get to that game, but we'll see. I'll try. I do have a tentative dates planned in October to play Quatre Bras, the La Bataille version of the game. I'm going to play that with a buddy who's a super detailed La Bataille fan, so that will be fun to be guided through that system. And he's also got some command rules that he's going to add it onto the system, which I think will add some, enrich the game. And it's one of the core things I don't like about La Bataille. It doesn't have a particularly good command system in place, I don't believe. Finally, the last game that I'm planning to get started is once we do Ukraine 43, which I thought we were going to finish last night, but we didn't. We've probably got 1 or 2 more turns left before the dam breaks for the German defense across the river there. The Soviets across in more places than a sieve can run water through. We'll be starting Great Battles of the American Civil War. We're going to do Kernstown, I believe, Kernstown 2, and we'll have some fun with that. So, got a few things on the boil. If you can think of titles, go look at my Board Game Geek profile. If I get enough interest in a particular title, I will give it a shot. Please don't recommend games I don't own, because unless you want to send it to me, right? But There are a number of titles that I'd like to get to for the balance of the year, but I'm trying to be mindful of my time. I'm probably going to avoid massive monster games, or if it is a monster game, I'll only be playing a scenario on it, because I want to try and get through a few more new to me systems this year. So that would include this guy. The October War system was one. Deluxe Desert Fox, or whatever it's called. Desert Fox Deluxe is another. Ranger is another. So we're cranking along a little bit, but it's been a tough year this year. Although I played a lot of stuff, it's been mostly comfort zone things that I've been playing. So anyway, 10 minutes of nothing. Thanks for watching. If you're stuck with it to the end, I am going to do some giveaways. I've got a handful of books here that have been given to me that are military history. I'd like to give them away to somebody to read. They're extra copies. So I'd love to share those with the folks that watch the channel and read the blog. I'll try and get some sort of draw or something going on for that. Probably give away some games. I'm doing a big purge. I've got about 80 games I think I want to get rid of over the next 4, 5, 6 months. Those that I can't get rid of, I will probably give away here. They may just be magazine games and stuff like that. You may not care, but if you don't care, they're going in the trash. So, all right. Talk to you soon. Look forward to catching up with all of you. I am doing some more interviews over the next 2 or 3 weeks. There'll be designer deep dives. I'm not going to say who they are because I don't want anyone stealing my thunder on the folks that I have interviewed and plan to interview, so that I don't get preempted. I've found that when I tell people who I'm going to interview, two weeks later they turn up on another blog that does a lot of interviews before I get my stuff edited and organized. All right, talk to you soon. Adios.